Okay. Hey girls, how y'all doing?
This it's been one of those.
You look so cute with your hat on.
Listen, that's because I'm not doing this leave out. And these kids want McDonald's and their daddy ain't here. So guess who's going to take them to get some McDonald's?
Right, that's why I'm late. I'm at Chick-fil-A trying to get them some food. With the dogs in the back.
Oh, yeah, are we live?
We live.
Why? I don't see comment. Oh, I'm on the private chat.
You on the private chat. You gotta switch it to the comments.
Okay, I'm glad I ain't say nothing crazy. Listen, thank you. Look, okay.
So glad. I'm looking like
I'm looking like I don't see the comments.
So glad.
And y'all know me. Y'all know I'm in Memphis, so I don't see the comments.
So glad.
And y'all know me. Y'all know I'm in Memphis.
Now who would do that too?
My bad, y'all. I had still had it up in my other because I was trying to talk to the chat earlier, telling them we're a little behind. So I still had it up. My bad, y'all.
You gotta keep it on mute and keep the chat up.
Let's see what Paige. Listen, I'm sorry. The comment said the prosecution done ran that course with Paige, and I'm gonna have to agree.
Yeah, she was through. She was Judge Dempsey through today. She was beyond through. When he said this case has been going on since Addy, we're not negotiating anything. That's where she is right now.
Paige, I know we have some topics that we are going to discuss, but one that I am stuck on. I am stuck with Jefferson. Maybe you can help me get off of it. Paige really told those people your evidence ain't strong enough.
And laughed.
And wait a minute, she hit
said, making it up as you go. Making it up as you go.
She literally told Sharp like they was in the room by themselves. Like, listen, they can argue whatever they want to argue, but the case just isn't that strong.
Paige, I had to, if y'all was on my page, I brought back Petty Page today. Petty Page was in full effect.
Petty Page is over it. The prosecution, only thing they could do to make her stop acting like that is rest.
Please rest this case.
Just rest.
She added that man back though. I said, "Oh Lord, she is excluding calls and people." I said, "Oh, y'all better get this case done."
Listen. She should have. That's what she should have threw the pen when that fool Simone goes. That show you that Simone is a liar. And Carl was riddled. It was riddled. Paige said it was riddled. How many holes in the car? She gonna say, "Okay, maybe
Bob going."
Man, listen, I'm mad because I loves me a good Bob, but she's giving Lord Farquaad, and I can't take it. I can't.
Bobbiana got
up there. It was real shiny.
I love me a good Bob because my one video when I first started, that's the one that went viral. I said, "Look at her, that Kayla, that attorney up there, that Bob is it was going."
Yes,
I love me a good Bob, but that one, man, somebody she going to an old stylist that got the oven hot comb and some Royal Crown. It's heavy. It look heavy. It's Dorothy Sport. Come on, listen. She did it. She did it. You see, some things you lead to professional. It looked like it's simple, but it's really not. And you just can't be doing stuff like that.
I actually like the Bob. They said they use too much grease. I like the Bob.
I like the Bob because you dislike what you've been seeing.
That's it. That's it. That's it. I said somebody in my comments said, now Hilton at home worried about the wrong thing. She done went and changed her hairdo and still came in there with no.
That's how you know they be on social media because that long crime chat be tearing her in.
Everybody in my chat said that they be reading the comments because she done went. They had a long break though. They had time to get their hair done and do all kind of stuff. Miss Love came in there.
Miss Love didn't bring no oil. Miss Love still didn't have no oil, so I said she ain't listening enough.
She ain't listening. She don't care. She don't
care.
Thank you,
Isis. Isis said that Bob does look healthier, y'all. It does. It doesn't look so.
It does look healthier than it was.
Yeah.
Healthy
Come on,
or don't mean it's healthy.
They said love needs some oil sheen. She does.
She just need to go rub. Jeez, this is beautiful.
Miss Love need to just wake up in the morning. Let me tell you, and it's not even being funny, y'all. So when I have this hairstyle, literally, I probably put leave-in conditioner in, and through when the week. Now, when I go out, I'll wave it up or whatever, right? Miss Love can't move like I move. Okay, I think she out here trying to move like me. Just do a little something and go. You can't move like me, Miss Love. You gotta add a little bump, curl, and some oil sheen or something.
She be adding a bump. She be adding a bump. She be adding a bump, and then she be having an orange purse.
But you know what's in that orange purse? Okay, I'm about to age myself. Back when my mom used to wear them freeze curls, she used to have this thing that looked like a, but it was, and it had the little thing, and you just rake it through. You know what I'm talking about? Listen, she just put 3 curls and just.
Oh my God!
Spread the love and spread the love.
Oh my God! What they say? She brushed hers to the front.
And the crazy thing was, I used to say she brushing her thoughts because that's where they going. She ain't got a clue.
They
She
said
the thoughts right out.
They said
the call cone. Yeah, Juice Boxy. I ain't tripping. Juice Box said the call cone. Yeah. Why you gonna put me in timeout? Okay, I go.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Y'all, we
okay,
I think
y'all. Somebody who can present until I'm 3 minutes from home.
I can. Let me stop my
Either one. I got the motions up. I got the.
Go ahead,
because we started off good today. We started off with all of Love's motions denied.
Oh,
in 2 minutes. That's how I was like, oh, this is gonna be a day. This is gonna be a day. She's done. She's trying to be done by lunch. Like
so Miss Jefferson, how about you pull up the motions first? We can go through the 2 motions, and then we'll go directly into those 2 motions being denied in 2 minutes.
And then we had the steel bench meeting with Brian.
Yep. Okay, y'all, we're gonna get some order on this live because I think we've been kikiing too much. We're gonna get some order. Y'all.
We don't know how to act because we've been gone for 7 days. It's like the first day back from school.
Everybody got their new outfits on. We ready. We showing out today.
Listen.
We done got people, mamas, brothers, and sisters arrested over the weekend.
Woo! It's been a mess.
Yeah. But why did the only family though?
I agree with that too. I mean, but you never know. It's more to come. You know how they might be hiding something from us. It might be more to come.
But he working. You seen them 2 fools they put them pictures up of that they working with. You've seen them.
Hold on. Good to see you. Please don't forget me.
What?
Oh, I think that's for Kayla. Kayla driving. She can't read. Kayla, don't be trying to read and drive. Yes, you guys, hit the like for us. Miss, we're gonna have Miss Jefferson pull up the motions. Miss Jefferson, do you want me to get the first 2 minutes pulled up from court today?
Listen, yes, ma'am. But it says I'm sharing it. Can y'all see the window? Because it says I'm sharing it, but I don't see
it. Did you hit present?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're gonna share a screen. We're gonna make it a window.
Hold on, let me tell. I gotta tell the cameraman to add to the.
Oh, add the little video, little area.
And I'm pulling up at the house.
I can send them to myself too.
They said we were worried you wouldn't have anything to talk about today. This is Fulton County. They've been giving us something every single day, okay? Every single day.
Every day is gonna be something to talk about now.
Man, oh man.
Hold on, guys. We have to stop for a moment because someone in the comments, Susie Q, said they in here watching and not liking. So before we move forward, guys, can y'all tell me how many people are in the chat at the current moment? And the likes. Give me like
511.
Oh God, where the likes at, guys?
Well, while we waiting on the likes, did anybody watch this town hall yesterday?
I did. No. My friend had her party yesterday.
And I've been in Greece.
And yeah, she was in Greece. I was a little busy. Okay, guys, can we get those likes to at least, can we get them to 400? And then we'll present all of our stuff as soon as we get to 400.
I told y'all to go watch the town hall. It was a chance for y'all to see Courtney Kramer in action. And then the next one is supposed to be.
I heard it wasn't good. Okay, can we watch that before we exit? I can't say what I want to say.
What? Can we watch what?
I'm gonna tell y'all off the live how I feel about that. But okay.
Did y'all say can we watch it?
Gotcha. Well, she said
everybody watched it.
Kayla said she wanted it at another time. Then we'll talk about it.
I was about to say, are you talking about we gonna watch it on the live? We only on here for an hour, Kayla.
It was only 30-40 minutes.
Oh, I got home.
I was just wondering how everybody felt, because we know that Kayla initially is the one who brought Courtney Kramer to the forefront for everyone to see who she was and be able to speak with her. You're muted, Kayla.
Come on, guys. We're at 236 likes. Let's get the likes to at least 400. Y'all don't be. Come on, y'all.
And we got 563 people now.
Okay, Nick, we got homework.
Oh, Miss Jefferson, you not pushing present. He can't add you to the stage because you didn't present yet.
Oh, I took it off. Hold on, I'll take it back. How I put it back. There go one. Okay.
Okay, guys. So which motion is this? I'm going to mute this. I'm going to mute so you can present.
So this one is the motion in limine to allow the state to present all relevant evidence to the jury and to deny defendant objections to the presentation of relevant evidence on the basis.
Miss Jefferson, hold on. She's not gonna present this till we get the likes to at least 400, guys. It's 500 you all in here. Please like the live. Miss Jefferson, we get to 400, then go ahead present, okay?
Okay, we're gonna
do that, y'all.
We drop it on down.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Kramer.
Come on, guys.
Okay, there it goes. He about to kill me because y'all know hubby had to go handle some business real quick, had to do a quick trip. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna send you the link.
Oh, you gotta send them the link. Come on, guys. We're at 266. I think you have to X out of the chat to like the live, guys. Help us out here. We want to make sure that this live gets into the algorithm so that more people who are watching things about this trial will see our commentary. Sharp was finna jump love about the IG post. Listen, make sure one thing y'all know, Max Sharp don't play about Shannon.
Shannon, Max Sharp quicker than Candyman. You ain't got to call Shannon name 3 times. All you gotta do is say shh.
He called me.
My name is Mr. Sharp.
I swear to God,
he's still well. Okay.
Yeah, I swear to God, Max Sharp is coming.
My name is Max Sharp, and I represent Shannon Stillwell. That's first come out of his mouth
with a smile on his face.
Don't say his name.
With a smile.
He told them people today, you need to cut that part out of there because he said Shannon was here and then he came back. That dang on Whitaker tried to say, oh, that could mean he just went to another floor of the jail and came back. He said, no, that man said he was disappointed. That means they're trying to make it look like my client comes in and out of jail. We're not going to do that. That's bad character evidence. You take that part out of the call. What do you say? You disappointed in Shannon, okay?
Y'all, we almost there, y'all. See, I'm on my cell. I see 348 likes. Okay, 349, 350. Let's go. We can do it.
That leg up. You know he about to go to work. When he start pacing, Leah's dad, when he start pacing, that pacing was making Wooten nervous, though. You can't do that around first PTSD, okay?
Max Sharp is a zealous advocate, okay? And I love that about him.
He can say he run to jail, and that's a pretty big accusation.
Key, I said
everybody can say that. The fly fisherman, hey babe. Look, I told you he found the link. I sent him the link.
Oh, this hubby.
They go big up. They go big up.
Big up. What's up? Okay, y'all, we're at 353. So that's like, listen, it's less than 50 of you guys. We need you to hit the like button.
So hit the like button, exit the live. I mean, not the live, exit the comments. And click live.
Stay in the live, y'all. We're gonna have a good time.
We're gonna have a good time.
Listen, when Max Sharp said that's a pretty big, that's when he's about the man saying he runs the jail. He said, "Hey,
Elizabeth's right. I'm gonna thank you for Miss Attorney Kayla B. She is almost ready. She running up. She flying up the elevator. Okay, she about to hop on right now."
He said, "No, not them saying in the building." You know what, Mr. Lowe? Stop.
Listen,
Stop. Don't make me start talking about her today.
When Max says, listen, the thing is, you can tell who Max's wife is.
Period.
Because Max practices arguments in the shower. You can tell. And betting what I should have said, listen, he do all that.
Oh, he's like, how'd it sound? Oh, how'd it sound? What do you think I should do right here? What do you think?
Wifey be like, stand up straight. Say it with your chest. Come on. You got it.
Okay, y'all, we almost there. We're almost there. And y'all, we have these.
Well, they saying 400. We saying we have 400.
400, guys. And
Miss
we made it. Thank you, guys.
He got him one, Alexandra.
Thank you guys so much. So I'm gonna go on Miss Mute so Miss Jefferson can read these motions, and I'm gonna find Max Steel stuff. I mean the 2 minutes.
Oh, that look like is that my girl? I'm not a lawyer, but
who? What?
She said I finally caught y'all live. I'm not a lawyer.
Make me fan out because you know her name is Mel too.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, that makes you a good time. That makes you a good time.
Oh, Barchi. Hey, Seven. Okay.
Let me see. Is this one? Okay. And the crazy thing is, what was the point in giving these motions? Okay, it's presenting now. We have to just fix it. I don't understand what the point of was. What was the point of writing these motions besides sticking Fonny's name in it?
And y'all making sure y'all following Mel and Miss Jefferson.
I wonder what was the point of that besides putting that. What did she say different besides putting Fonny's name in it?
I mean, if we're being honest, complaining about a 403 about the 403 objections and your whole motion being a 403 objection was, it was hilarious. I mean, you can't make this up. You can't make it up.
But the thing is, so the whole title is the whole motion, because it says motion in limine to allow the state to present all relevant evidence to the jury and to deny defendant objections to the presentation of relevant evidence on the basis that said evidence is a, quote, waste of time. And all she said was the state of Georgia, by and through Fonny T. Willis, District Attorney for the Atlanta Judicial Circuit, and the undersigned Chief Deputy District Attorney Adrian L. hereby moves this honorable court to allow the state to present all relevant evidence to the jury and to deny objections to the presentation of relevant evidence on the basis that said evidence is a waste of time. Respectfully submitted this 8th day of October, 2024, Adrian Love. What did we add? First of all, all we did was copy and paste the dang on intro here. Add Fonny's name, no case law, and a signature. What was it supposed to do?
I'm really not sure. This is what I've come to realize about Miss Love. And if you follow my live, I have talked about the fact that sometimes people who suffer from like OCD, they just can't let stuff go. Miss Love could not deal with what with what Paige did last week, allowing those 403 objections. Kind of telling her, listen, I'm going to have to enforce this rule. Miss Love she couldn't deal with it. And then here we go, fast forward. All of the motions, the Instagram picture. Do you think I would have brought that picture up after what Paige did to her? She couldn't help it. So she can't. I don't think she can help this. She has to get the last word, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know if it's the last word or if it's just
she can't keep her powder dry.
Listen, what can she do? Because never
And
ever.
I'm gonna anonymously do an Amazon cart. Thank you for the memberships. Thank you, Amazon privacy screen to her so she can stop turning it. Baby, we don't want to see what's on. It ain't nothing on there.
It's ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous now.
And they're gonna just turn it and be like, Maurice don't care about your dang on computer, girl.
Now, that's who I gotta talk to. I gotta talk to Maurice. I need to know.
That's what they need to. That's what they need to interview.
I need to know some things, Maurice. I need to know why this love roll her eyes at you like that. Like, I need to know. I need to know. I need to know.
His wife need to come on up here. And here's her other little short hop on pop real quick. And this was, I think this was for that picture, wasn't it? This was the motion in limine to revisit the evidentiary ruling. And again, the state of Georgia, by and through Fonnie T. Willis, District Attorney for the Atlanta Judicial Circuit, and the undersigned Chief Deputy District Attorney Adrian L. Love, hereby moves this honorable court to revisit the court's rulings, excluding States Exhibit 528Y or Yankee, attached hereto as Exhibit A, on the basis that the exhibit contained inadmissible hearsay, respectfully submitted this 8th day of October, 2024. Y'all.
I have a question for Kayla. I'd love for Kayla to give me personally, if you can give me some insight on a judge scolding you the way she did, Miss Love, last week. As an attorney, would you have double back on that, or do you think that this strategy? Like, can you explain why? I mean, the 403 ways to both of them actually. Can you add insight into that, or why someone would do that?
Okay, you mean double back? Would I bring it up again?
Yeah, because she'd already excluded it. She said
I put the exhibit up. So if
no, I wouldn't have brought that up. But what I can say is, all of us get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
All of us get yelled at. Now, this is a little extreme because it's just consistent and it's extremely disrespectful to everybody. But what I'm going to say is, there have been times when I have been yelled where I and I will address it again and say, in your honor, I just want to say I apologize to the court for X, Y, and Z. But to just straight up revisit, I can't say no. It would be different for me because I'm a defense attorney. Right. So if my client asked me to do it, I probably would tell them I can't do it. Well, I probably would do it if my client asked me to do it.
Well, Kayla, you're trying to wiggle out of there because weren't you a former prosecutor? Because I need you to put I need you to put the prosecutor hat on. I want you to see you put that defense attorney hat on too quick for me.
I don't know because I don't know about they talking about Kayla multitasking. She yelling, child. I don't know. That's why I said this is a unique situation. I've never seen a build as you go case. So
are you giving me any age?
The only time I really see the prosecution get yelled at is pre-trial. I have never seen prosecutors get yelled at during trial.
They said Kayla Whitaker. That's what it's given today. Because, baby, that was a Paige Whitaker moment.
Sound like Build a Bear to me.
Listen. They said Build a Bear.
But my thing is, and I just presented it too, this piece of evidence, this exhibit.
We can't see it. Oh. Or you want to show it again? We can't see it. Okay, there it is.
Why?
Another question that we can try to figure out, because I guess for me, Miss Jefferson, I want to know, can we not? It seems like she wants the number. She wants to attach the number to Justin Cobbs, right? Can we not find another way to get this number in? Why does it have to be this post?
My question is, why you ain't dialed the number? Justin Cobb's still on the run. Why we ain't called him? Baby, why we ain't check on the number?
I'm trying to see what is he doing, because how's he still on the run? And they said,
Because these lives stay. Don't get me started. You know my feeling on that. Justin Cobb kicking it with Rico and Fonny's penthouse. It's something they don't want us to know because ain't no way in the world we going on. I guess at this point we so far down in 2024, it's going to be 2025, which means what? Y'all said it was Mother's Day of 2021 to 2021. So we get ready to be 4 years.
That man, I don't know. I mean, I'm not understanding.
Is this Justin Cobb right here?
Yeah, isn't this him?
Y'all mean to tell me that y'all gonna look at this and this man got the smarts to stay on the run for 4 years from every piece of law enforcement there is? Somebody put their phone number on the internet. You mean to tell me?
They said Justin in Miami. Now Justin probably had to evacuate. He might be back in Georgia right now.
He probably in a closet somewhere.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
But you know,
no way. I mean, he give me Ray Caruth. Okay. He give me Ray Caruth. He give me that trunk with the bottle in the
they say Justin is with Fonny and Rico. I mean Rico, Lil Mike, and Quez. They all hiding.
Listen, Lil Mike. Listen, and what was the other name?
Quez.
Nicholas Robinson. What was the fake name they had that man in the jail?
What about Bing Bang? What about Slime Bing Bang? What was it? Bing Bang Slime today? Bang Bang.
I said, what am I listening to? I had to go back and rewind it. I said, what they say? Who is this?
And they said, and then she said, who is that? She said, a person who we believe is a co-conspirator. The lady said a person.
A person. But Mr. Atkins, like more than one time, they said, well, do you have any other evidence to prove what you're saying? You know, he liked to do his hands too. Your Honor, not at this time. Like, what?
And then when that man stood up there and said, can I come back to this? Because each of us prep our own witnesses. So don't right hand don't know what the left one doing. Y'all just all meet in there and say we together.
That's right.
Oh my goodness. And when that fool had the nerve to listen, that's about right there. When that fool sat up there with that caption and said what she said. The tattoos being evidence, not crazy. The tattoos being evidence is just like, what was the man supposed to do? Take his skin off to take a picture? Like, what was he supposed to do? Like, we know they got listen, if anybody listens to them, this is just my personal opinion. If anybody listens to those wiretaps, it's giving David Ruffin. I'm David Ruffin, and these are the Temptations. Everybody on that wiretap is running their own enterprise. That enterprise has nothing to do with the next person. And the only people that we heard have a business strategy meeting in regards to the enterprise said, put yours on Instagram, because I heard Shannon did real good when he put his on Instagram. And so that just let me know, baby, the way they call Shannon name.
Like Shannon said, they're my sons, because they said Shannon making money. He makes a lot of money on Instagram.
Every time I put mine on there, they don't sell. He said, well, you know, Shannon got them hoes on his Instagram. I said, see, there you go. Prove my point.
Again, Shannon and the girls.
Shannon drove them people crazy. That man could, if he had an Instagram enterprise, but Shannon over here on the Instagram, you can't figure it out. Your Instagram don't work. Where was the enterprise? Where the business? Are we moving as one? Where's the one band, one sound?
Listen, Shannon was doing it. Shannon had the girls and he had the enterprise. Shannon had his stuff popping. And Miss Jefferson, I thought about you when they said Shannon got the girls.
Because Shannon drove them people crazy. Them boys called Shannon. Shannon pissed me off. You know, Shannon, everything. Shannon was pissing everybody off. When that fool, and that went, but I was right, because when I said Woody would call Shannon names like that, I said it's got to be over a girl or something of that nature. And what is Zachary saying there? You know, Woody and Shannon was into it over some girl. There you go. Every time, Shannon always
motion before.
Shannon's always late to the meeting. Shannon always late to the crime scene. Shannon late to the club. He missed the club a couple times. Shannon late, and who dropping him off?
The girls. The girls.
Where's Shannon Enterprise at? Like Shannon over here with the girls. Y'all y'all ain't making no money. His Instagram work. This one ain't. You trying to tell him what to do, but yours ain't working. Where's the cohesiveness, as you like
that he loves to say? We're just trying to demonstrate the cohesiveness. The fact, and what did Paige say today? You're trying to demonstrate the cohesiveness of an allied gang. I mean, can I say gang? I can say gang. An allied gang. And he said, well, yes, Your Honor. She said it's excluded.
No.
Paige said, I didn't heard enough. Sit it down. Not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
He was so stressed. He was so stressed today because he was trying. He was trying. Everybody had the words. Nobody could put 6 words together today. And Love was like, when Love said, what was it? Said the picture of that man, the captain said, I'm chasing the money.
Oh,
but my past chasing me.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Did y'all not see Casey, JoJo, Case, any of those 90s R&B folks in the desert in their leather reaching? The reach.
Listen, y'all, put a 1 in the chat if y'all chasing the money, okay? While your past chasing you. Because Paige said, ain't that what we all doing?
She said, any of us that are independently wealthy have to get up and chase the money. What is he doing different than anybody else doing?
You know what?
The judge just said she chasing the money. Okay, like stop. Just let it go. Love said, when you chase the money, that means that proves that you're doing the racketeering and using your illegal means to get the enterprise money and furtherance. But the parents chasing you mean you did everything we think you did up until this date because you can't get your mind right while you're committing illegal acts to chase the money.
She got all of that from that one statement. I said, how did you, girl? I said, you know what? I mean, you can't make it up. You can't make this up. Somebody said the paper chasing Paige.
Listen, between that and Hilton standing up trying to fight for her, she was fighting for her life for that 911 call. The car was riddled with bullets. She said, riddled. How many holes was in the car? 1.
I think it was 1. But Miss Jefferson, I knew it wasn't riddled because Mr. Atkins got up and tried. She must have been calm on the call.
Very.
Too calm. And he tried to make it seem like even though she was calm, she was scared. You know, like she was bothered that this happened. And I thought to myself, she's too calm for it to have been riddled with bullets. She's too calm. And what the lady say? 1. I said, now, Simone, sit it down. Bobbiana, take a seat.
You gonna say riddled? I don't know what they need to do.
Let it go.
I mean, they do need to let it go. But if I was the boss, I'm the boss. First of all, I don't know anybody from the ground up. I don't care what you're doing. I don't know anybody that don't have a team meeting. Everybody have a team meeting. Where's the team meeting? Y'all see what happened after you got cussed out? We probably would have had an extra team meeting. Come in the room. Come on in the room, okay? We need to talk. How did this happen? How did this happen? And go from there. But where are we right now? Like when you need to pivot, they're not able to turn on a dime. They're not able to when somebody throws a wrench in it, they just try to keep going with whatever they were starting with. Like sometimes you have to change.
Yeah.
Now you get ready to put another person on the stand with these dang on wiretaps. I don't know how that's going to work for you either. You saying, oh, this is what he's going to testify to. Ma'am, you've said that about everybody. Go have a conversation with that man and figure out what he going to talk about before you get up here talking about this Obama finna get up there and say what's on these tapes. Because what he's saying on these tapes is he finna hurt somebody. What he's saying on these tapes, first of all, he talking to Polo. Polo ain't supposed to be able to talk.
Listen, Miss Jefferson. When he said it, I said, I know this ain't the same boy that was in court. Cause this boy, this can't be the same person.
Man kept shimmying. Listen, I don't know what scared me more when I realized he was talking, or when they said he was talking about unaliving somebody, and he said, "I feel like I'm destined." I said, "Destined? Oh, wait, I need to pray."
Destined.
Destined. He was serious. I said, "Yeah, y'all better don't let him talk no more."
But I'm gonna say this though, and this is not even joking. This is why I say there are so many undiscovered talents in the hood. Okay, because Polo could have won an Oscar for the acts he put on in court. Because when I heard that call, I had to do a double take. I said, Polo, this ain't the same boy. I thought you could not talk.
Listen,
that boy played his role.
You know, people only act like that when their mama not around. If his mama could have got to him, she'd have been upside his head up here acting like I ain't raised you with no good sense. Like but the way he played with these people, it's starting to seem to me that everyone who is an unindicted co-conspirator, those seem to be the people with the pow-pows. Those seem to be the people making the social media posts. Like the other defendants may happen to be in the post somewhere, or hey, they put the camera on them or something. But these people are not the ones posting. They're not the ones with the pow-pows. They're not the ones saying the craziness. Like, how did you pick out of all these people who you were going to put this on? And at this point, I'm pretty sure you went in front of that grand jury and said the car was riddled with bullets. And nobody asked how many holes was in the car, because
I was thinking, like, you know how watching this case, it makes you ask questions, and it's like Paige is finally starting to ask the questions you yell at the TV. She said riddled. I'm like, riddled. You know, I'm like, riddled. And Paige says, riddled? How many bullets? I know Paige knew it was a lie. You could tell she knew it was a lie. And I'm glad she called her out on it.
Yes, reign supreme. They played that call today when that fool said that Thug was scary and he ran to LA. How is he the leader?
Cordarius Dorsey, also known as YSL Polo, was making some unusual hand gestures in court. On Friday, Young Thug's attorney filed a motion to sever from Dorsey, claiming his behavior could negatively impact Young Thug's chance for a fair trial. Well, the motion reads...
I'm gonna tell y'all know I'm dealing with a family member that's going through some things right now, so I can't laugh like I want. Because I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm very much aware that a person can be normal one day and then be in an episode, right? But
this fool,
y'all not gonna make me believe that boy is really messed up like that. Like, he is in there acting like, and it's not funny because, sir, that boy need an Oscar.
If he'd have waved that,
Taylor, play it one more time. That boy need an Oscar. He deserves an Oscar because he convinced them. He convinced them that something was wrong with him.
Doing this.
I wonder if him and his
attorney was making some unusual hand gestures in court. On Friday, Young Thug's attorney filed a motion to sever from Dorsey, claiming his behavior could negatively impact Young Thug's chance for a fair trial. Well, the motion reads that Mr. Dorsey displayed unprofessional and unacceptable conduct in the courtroom on Thursday, August 31st. Legal expert Daryl Cohen says this move could both extend and shorten the criminal.
Somebody in the comments said Polo was up there doing Mr. Atkins' hand.
Listen, it looked like he was giving it as much as.
Oh.
At this point, to me, the crazy part is not the movements or the hand. It's the fact that he did not crack a smile, because I would have bust out laughing. He did not crack a smile. The commitment he had to this role. Sir.
Now he praise dancing.
You said y'all bugging.
I really love to know, like,
some of them were Eppinger, but the last ones were of what's his name? Now I forgot his name. Obama, Antonio Sumlin, and Polo.
Let me tell you something.
It's the commitment. Yes.
I don't know if I would have been able to watch that trial every day if he was sitting in that courtroom doing it every day. He would distract me, and I'm happy that he was severed. He did not need to be sitting in there. It's too. That boy would have been a distraction. The jury would have been watching him harder than they watching Miss Love and Miss Hilton's hair every day. They would have been watching him. Like it's. I wouldn't have been able to do it. I wouldn't have been able to.
Polo said, "Get me up out of here. I don't have time for this. I'm not gonna do this with y'all." Well, he's already serving life, right? So, what was the point at this point? Like, what was the point? What are you gonna do? Give him another life? Like, he's already.
Do you guys want me to cue up the first 2 minutes of court this morning?
Yes, please, honey.
Okay, hold up.
One question I saw in my notes, something about the search for Attorney Johnson, the search of Attorney Johnson's laptop, and something that Defendant Williams had requested with regard to that. Can you, Mr. Steele, refresh my memory on what that was about?
Yes, can I have just 1 second?
Sure.
Your Honor.
Yes.
The court. And good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Can I make a statement to the court without the prosecutors here and without the media, so it would be on a sealed record? And then if you believe it should not be sealed, obviously I will repeat it, or you can have Ms. Winfrey read it back. But I believe that in an abundance of caution.
Come on up.
Okay.
Y'all told me to go back too, so I'm gonna go back. But that addresses at least the bench conference. We see why they had the bench conference. It was Attorney Johnson's laptop that he wanted to address that with Paige today. So they said I need to go back, but I thought I started as soon as she walked in. Hold on, guys. Okay. No, yeah, I didn't need to go back. I was in the right part. Brian Steele actually was the first person to go up. So now this is Paige talking about the two motions that we just shared. Ms. Jefferson just shared. Okay. Can you guys see the screen? Okay, hold on. I'll do it again.
Search warrant for his computer. Johnson represents Christian Eppinger.
Oh, it was because Kayla was
told the judge the warrant alleges Eppinger used the laptop in court to communicate with other YSL members who are not in custody. Eppinger is also accused of shooting an Atlanta police officer in February of last year.
Okay, I remember hearing about this. So Attorney Johnson, Eppinger was using his laptop, right, Kayla? Was he messaging that deputy too that he was dating? I think that's where I heard it from. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, you got to present again.
Yep. Okay, here we go, guys. I think she was giving us context on the Brian Steele issue. For those of you that were saying something, we were giving context because we like to give context over here. Giving context to why the issue that Brian Steele is talking about, who Attorney Johnson was, and possibly why he had the bench meeting. So here you guys go. Now I want y'all to pay attention to Yak, okay? Because Yak tripped me out today.
They say he looked like a elementary school principal.
Listen, Yak, to me, Yak gave me the vibes that he read the motions last night, baby. He came to court ready for a response himself. Okay, look at y'all. Pay attention to Yak, his lawyer. Pay attention to the faces on the defense side when Paige says what she says. Okay, here we go.
Okay. I think we're ready to argue and consider the motion in limine. What was it? 62, I guess.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right, we have a lot of issues to get through on our non-jury days for the next few days. Take the easy ones first. The state's motion in limine about overruling whatever objection the defense might ever offer to evidence on the basis of 403 waste of time and the defense response in opposition there too. I am ruling for the defense on that one for all of the reasons stated in Mr. Weinstein's response in opposition. Takes care of that one. The motion in limine by the state to revisit the court's ruling excluding State's Exhibit 52AY. I have considered that, and I will not be changing my ruling on that. The couple of uncharged post-indictment intrinsic acts that were still outstanding. I've got one question on the circumstance that involved Mr. Ryan and the fight. And I can't remember which co-defendant, but there was a co-defendant who entered a guilty plea and attested to a conversation having been had about protecting a YSL member in the jail and hurting somebody else. What was that about? Do y'all remember that? And did that have anything to do with this? Or were those unrelated?
That was before this.
Okay. All right. Okay. So the court has determined that neither the Ryan situation nor the alleged passing of Percocet to defendant Williams in court meet the requirements to be an intrinsic act. And so I am not going to admit either of those. And I've also reconsidered, thought again about my ruling out the Stillwell situation of some contraband being in his cell, and I'm going to stand on my ruling with regard to that as well.
He says, since you think you're smart and you got your degree, we gonna run on through it.
Since you think you know everything, didn't even give you a chance to ask.
Question I saw in my
I'm
notes.
standing on business today. I also thought it was two other things that I thought was really interesting. We don't really get to hear D. Williams talk. I think she did a decent, valid.
You about that?
I tell everybody, if y'all haven't heard D. Williams or Westmoreland speak, that's because it'd be this quick. And she's sitting down.
Well, We heard both of them today.
Heard both of them today. Quick fast.
You did. You heard both of them today. Miss D. Williams, her voice is so sweet that I was like, baby, make Paige believe it. Make her believe it, because I understood her argument. You don't know who's talking. Like, I really understood her argument. I'm not sure. Like, the thing that I like about Brian Steele is the fact that he has case law to back up things. If it's something like this, I wish she would have had case law to point Paige to, because admitting something, now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. When I heard what was said on the video, I know Paige didn't take that. I knew Paige was going to take it the way I feel like she took it. Oh, yeah, that's relevant. But who is talking? We don't know who's posting. You hadn't authenticated that. Heard.
Yeah. I mean, not to cut you off, Mel, but everybody in my chat kept saying kind of what she said. That's just going to be an argument. I mean, that's an argument for because I'm not 100%. I mean, they said it multiple times. What are you going to do? Have like somebody come authenticate their voice, or a voice expert? Because how do you, and then there's two people talking, a whole bunch of people around. Somebody says they need to have a finger expert come to prove who. I mean, you really can't. And that's the whole thing. The burden is beyond reasonable doubt.
Yep.
And that is poking holes.
I think at this point, after I saw her deny everything without further explanation, I feel like she don't want to hear it. She don't want to hear it. Figure it out. Argue in front of the jury. You go over there. And whatever happens, happen. You goofy enough to put this out there, and like D. Williams said, you don't know who that first voice is. You don't know who that second voice is. You don't know who had access to this phone. You don't have access to his account. You don't know that it's him. You don't know what's going on. So guess what? You can't prove who said it. You can't prove when they said it. You can't prove how they said it. And you can't prove it's him. And she
why
said,
would you put that up? I mean, like, as a prosecutor, you know you can't.
Well,
I mean, what you gonna tell him to come up here and talk?
Well, my thing is, I just feel like that's what Paige was on all day today. I feel like she was on Judge Dempsey. I'm not talking about nothing. I'm not negotiating. It's been going on since Adam. Let's go. So everything, she's like, argue in front of the jury. Okay, don't tell me. It's argument for the jury. And every time she did that, it got right to that giggle at the end. They don't. They don't have much.
What we talked about, and I'm gonna play that part next.
Okay.
Is it frozen?
Oh, here we go. It looked like it. Okay, there you go.
Y'all see the orange purse on the?
What's the objection, y'all?
Your Honor, speaking on behalf of Ms. Stillwell, our objection is any of these comments on the right that
past the suit up and lace up your boots one, the ones below that, or including? Okay, well, given that that is what they allege to be an overt act in furtherance of the conspiracy, I think that one is going to come in. Does the state need the comments below that?
Mr. Stillwell, the OG bull with Shannon Stillwell, and one Obama.
Okay. Okay. Who is that?
Antonio Sumlin.
Okay.
is who?
Antonio Sumlin.
Is who?
One Obama is.
Right. So, and maybe I'm missing the bigger picture here. Who is Slime Bing Bing?
Come on. Oh, I thought I was on mute. Yeah, sorry.
Your Honor, a person who is an associate of Shannon Stillwell and Antonio Sumlin, whose statement that suit up and lace up your boots is wartime was adopted and commented on favorably by Mr. Stillwell and Mr. Sumlin. Mr. Stillwell in posting, and Mr. Stillwell is reflected and tagged in it. and is posting the green heart emoji and the green snake emoji in response to it,
That's not accurate. That's not accurate. There's someone that we don't know who it is, and that's why I was confused, Your Honor, when you asked about after it's lace up your boots, it's wartime. Someone we don't know who it is. We're suggesting that he's an associate. I don't know how we're making those assumptions or suggestions if we don't even know who he is. And then we have who said to be my client doing a green heart and a whatever that is. I think it's
I don't know what that is.
whatever it is. It's some sort of amphibious creature, it appears. Anyways, that's a reaction to the photo. I don't know where the state's asserting that this is some sort of adoption of someone else's comment. My client's in a photo and he's not replying to the comment. You can reply to a comment if you want on these social media posts. He's just replying to a photo that he's tagged in. So I don't know under what theory of law, respectfully, with the confrontation clause in place and hearsay rules in place, that we would just allow Slime Bing Bing his out of court statements just in.
Your Honor,
and the fact that the state alleges it in the indictment does not move me in the least. I mean, we had no part in drafting this indictment, obviously, but just because the state alleges something in an indictment doesn't suspend the rules of evidence.
This would be the evidence by which they would establish that.
Well, I understand that, but it's still the rules of evidence, and I know you know this, Your Honor, but the rules of evidence still apply, even if they've asserted that.
They can't hear you. Well, I mean, the picture is, who knows whether.
Right. Who knows anything about.
I mean, honestly, y'all, if this were, it looks like these people are cleaning up a playground. I'd be like, yeah, if I were the defense, yeah, let's talk about this. Look at these bad guys. But hey, that's what the state wants in for whatever reason. I don't know how I don't know how anybody would find this to be an act in furtherance of gang activity, but
yeah. Well, that's why
they could argue that, I guess.
Well, that's why I'm concerned with this. I agree with you. I don't necessarily have a problem with the picture. It's the caption by Slime Bing Bing that casts this in a different light. And I don't believe, well, first of all, we don't know his government name, and I have no reason to believe that that person is testifying.
I don't think they know who it is either.
Your Honor,
Yes.
there's a extremely popular song by artist Lil Wayne. Grew, G-R-E-W, up, a screw up. And specifically, it states, suit up and lace your boots up. It's wartime. So, this happens a lot in our case. And for that reason also, I mean, yes, we can cross on it, but it's just the same pattern. It doesn't show we are now going to war, so we'd ask for it to be excluded.
Look, so let me learn you something still. Let me tell you something real quick.
Slime Bing Bing.
I just
want to know what y'all think about that. That was a good part.
Like, I you a question for Kayla. Kayla talking about she want to know what I think. I want to know, Kayla, because you've been out of town, you've been popping it in Greece. I'm trying to figure out your last 2 to 3 captions. Where did they come from? Did some of them come from rap songs?
All of them.
Period. That's all I'm saying. You're making Brian Steele's point. So many of us make Instagram posts, and I ain't gonna lie. When I'm listening to lyrics, and now you say, "Oh, that's a good caption."
That's a good one. Wait till I get out.
I'm screenshotting it. I know exactly what outfit going with that.
Go.
Like, you're not going to sit here and like tell me that the state never thought to figure out if it was rap lyrics. But you know the problem is
build a case as you go. Like she said, and this is another embarrassing moment. She's sitting there saying, I don't know why the state would want to use it. She said, if I was the defense, I want it in.
This is how I would exploit this. This was how I would make you look like more of a fool, but even more foolish than that. This is one of your overt acts. This is what you're using to prove the RICO. So you want to take a picture that looks like guys cleaning up a park with a Lil Wayne rap lyric under it and say, they must be an enterprise. Lock them up.
And it's slime, bing, bang.
Slime, bing, bang. You don't know who it is.
It's too much.
Slime, bing, bang, put a comment, and you like the comment.
For that
amphibian creature that we don't know what it is.
And you couldn't even get up there and say, it's a snake. You couldn't even get up there and say it because you don't know what it is either.
For someone asked in the comments, what eventually happens, they can use the photo, but they can't have the caption. So she allowed the photo, but you can't have the caption. Miss Love somebody in the comments said she sunk her head in their church blazer. She just couldn't believe it. But it's just at this point, the fact that you want people to take lyrics in a literal sense is just insane to me. You want me to believe these people were really strapping their boots and going to war? Like, come on, Miss Love.
You told the enemy, posted on the World Wide Web and said, we coming. Like,
no element of surprise, Miss Jefferson.
None. Not a piece. Not a little bit.
Well, there was one element of surprise, or I guess we don't know who Slime Bing Bang is, so we might be surprised if we find out who that is. Other than that, the lady say a person who we believe is a co-conspirator.
Oh,
everybody a co-conspirator. When they say the unindicted co-conspirators get me, but when they get to the unnamed,
if the cats and the dogs on Cleveland could talk, they be co-conspirators.
Listen, because the way that cat shape shifted into Nicholas Robinson, aka Spencer Wright, I don't understand how you get processed into a jail with the wrong name.
Wrong name.
Somebody talk to you fellas. Somebody got to come in there and say, what he say his name was? That ain't his name.
It's too much. This case is, I love WTF Wednesdays because I don't think when we go through this case, there's never a dull moment. It's always something that make you say,
the thing is, we have not been in since when? Last week.
Yep. And look how we've been talking.
Last Wednesday. And I don't think we had one day where there's something didn't happen.
The volume is up.
Sorry, here we go, y'all. Next part. Sorry, didn't mean to cut y'all off.
We're almost there.
I got to get some WTF and Wind Down Wednesday be on the same day.
It's on here. Let's start that over.
Yeah, man. Free my nigga Big Rich, man. Yeah, man. Life change game. Fuck that boy. Fuck that boy. Strike that baby. Yeah, man. Free my nigga Big Rich, man. Fuck the DA. Yeah, we catch the boy on this shit. Yeah, we about to catch that boy. Fuck nigga. We coming to get you. You know what it is. Yes, sir. That's in the hood right here, free game. Yeah, why I sell shit? That's the hood right here, son. Yeah. Slack Benny. Slack, man. Free the game. Okay. Fuck with Sean the Devil Boy. Yeah, man. Free my nigga Big Rich, man. By the way, the game way. Big Rich with the big head, man. Okay. They gave my nigga a bun today, man. You hear me? They gave my nigga a bun today, y'all. Shit crazy.
Baby, why Lil Rod look like he being swallowed up in them clothes?
And what's the argument for this exclusion that you don't know who posted it?
You don't know who posted it, don't know who the speaker is, don't know who the second speaker is either.
Who's the
Okay,
co-conspirator?
and what's the state's response?
Your Honor, the circumstantial evidence in this particular case will allow the jury to infer that it was Mr. Williams' client. And at the very least, these are co-conspirator statements furthering the gang, furthering support of the gang, and publicizing their support of the gang, announcing support of the gang.
And
But
who's this going to come in through?
this would come in through the investigator who saw this post and captured this
Okay.
post
All right.
on Mr. Ryan's
I'm
account.
going to admit that over objection.
It's also going to be a foundation issue and it'll cause for speculation.
What do you mean?
Because we
Calls
don't
for
know who's speaking.
speculation?
We don't know who's speaking. We don't know who has access to the phone or to his account.
That'll be things that you can cross-examine on. Okay, 28. I don't know how to get out of this one.
Paige had been keeping that same energy, baby. She wasn't going back
Okay.
and forth with Miss
Don't tell me, don't tell me, tell them.
Listen,
I don't care.
I'm gonna have to Paige was keeping that same energy all day today.
Y'all said now you whispering love. Y'all got to realize when Love really know that what she's saying is some bullshit, she get away from that mic. She act
She
like that
got
mic.
so many voice changes. Sometimes she have a sweet voice. Sometimes she have then sometimes she be straight screaming. I just, whoo child. But I'm gonna say this about Viverito. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna give y'all some little information. So really when I had first represented Woody and Demiki and Garlington, it was because Viverito was their probation officer. And she was revoking all of them off Instagram videos. So how I got kind of close with Demiki and I mean close in a professional representation is because I had won a probation revocation against her because she tried to revoke the balance of his probation based off of a video with him and Woody in the car and a bottle of pills and a pill bottle and some pills. And she tried to revoke him for possession of a Schedule 1. And my argument was the most you can charge him with is a misdemeanor, drugs not in original container, because these can be Tylenol.
Yeah, like how do you know what it was off of a video?
And I won. I mean, but he still got revoked because, like I tell people all the time, but he didn't get revoked on a felony basis.
Right.
The judge reduced it to the misdemeanor, drugs not in original container. But the problem is with probation, and I tell people this all the time, the standard is not beyond a reasonable doubt. The standard is preponderance of the evidence, which means it could have been. And also, all you need is an arrest to have your probation revoked. You don't need a conviction. But Viverito been terrorizing these boys, and that was during COVID.
Is this who they refer to as Miss V? Because a lot of them seem very familiar with her.
Yeah, everybody know Miss V. I know Miss V. I can't wait till she get. Ooh, y'all thought y'all ain't like Gaither, baby.
I can't wait. I've been waiting because the name keep coming up, and I was just like, when you realize, like you said, they were saying Miss V. I'm like, okay, where do they know her from? But that makes sense if that was a probation officer, then that's where the people.
I think it was Shannon.
Almost all of their probation officers. Like,
yeah.
Viverito, Miss V seemed like Gaither to me. Just listening to them talk, and in the sense that everybody knew her in the neighborhood. And I really got that sense from Garlington's wiretap. He said something about Miss V. And I said, he's saying it, and the person on the phone knew Miss V. So I said, damn, she must be someone everyone knows.
So she's a probation officer for everybody.
And she's still on the road, baby. Right now. Go pull up on Boulevard. She's gonna pull you out your car.
Oh, she ain't got nothing else to do. Listen.
So she went from Fulton County. I mean, she went from probation officer to an investigator in the DA's office, and now she with the GBI.
Oh, that's scary.
Well, I do remember they wanted to try to make her a gang expert, and Paige said, "Y'all have had enough of those." So she's just gonna solely be testifying as like an investigator. So I do.
Good. They was getting ready to try to let her get in there. You know, gang experts can use hearsay. So they get ready to try to let her get in there and just say whatever. And if she's always been the probation officer, then she was going to get in there and say, "Oh, it is so because I know because they told me so, or I heard so, or I had Demikion and Woody's used to act like this, and I revoked him on that. So therefore, in my expert eyes, this is what's going on." I'm glad they didn't let her in there as a gang expert anyway. And now she didn't went from just being the probation officer to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. Y'all just gonna keep giving this fool more power, and all she doing is getting Instagram videos. See, and then y'all wonder what's happening. Absolutely terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. And then you get in there, and she already has, as you can, like Gates, a preconceived notion about what she feels should be happening to these boys. And she probably got a chip on her shoulder for every time she was supposed to get them and didn't, regardless of how many other times she got them. And you gonna come in here. I'm so glad she's not an expert.
Well, Key, if I'm not mistaken, I thought Paige shut her down from being an expert because she was one of the ones. The defense argued that they've already had 5. Remember, they argued that, hey, we've already had.
She got a lot of these too. Not to cut you off, but she got a lot of these. I know personally, she got a lot of these.
I believe it.
If you get so lax in working that all you do is just start scrolling through Instagram and think that's enough to go get convictions on folks,
it's a problem.
You know what type of work you do. It's going to be the same lackluster piece of mess 1978 case law that Love has been doing. It looked like it's the same situation, little seat that Hilton is settling into, and in a few minutes Atkins ain't going to be doing as much as he doing, and he going to settle into it. It's the same level of settle down. I'm here. I said it, so it must be so. Arrogance, audacity, and entitlement that Dexter Cuban got coming out his mouth, that Fonnie have when she's a dang on what was she when she was a witness in her own case. Like they believe this.
I believe this to be true. I'm not the one to spread propaganda or lies, but I do believe this to be true. Now I don't have no proof of that, but
in the interrogation video, at this point it had to be.
Because you know she left the DA's office within a week or 2 after that and went to GBI after the leak.
Oh, that was her 2 weeks. That right there was her 2 weeks. I'm gonna go on business. What they gonna do? Fire? Like she was already gone. Oh, I believe it.
I mean, I don't know that for a fact, but that I always thought that.
No,
I don't think so.
Key, we're gonna have to find it tonight, but they were arguing that, hey, she could do this, but the defense argued, listen, we don't need another expert. This is when they were they were talking about the next witnesses up and why you were having these witnesses. And if I'm not mistaken, they said, listen, she can testify, you can get some things into her, but she will not be classified as an expert. Because they already had Dennis, they already had Gaither, they had all these other people. Now this just from my memory, but I'll look. I'm gonna look it up tonight, y'all.
Yeah, they classified a whole bunch of people in the beginning and made hybrid witnesses, made them experts and witnesses at the same time, and they did it like with everybody they put on dang on stand, which was absolutely almost a joke because you got folks getting up there picking out wrong people that ain't even in the room, lying, getting caught in lies, like. They were doing all kinds of stuff. It's supposed to be experts, but that's the only scary thing about experts that I learned from watching this case is that experts can use hearsay. They can say, oh, I just know this to be true. When I was on the streets, I saw. That's why you seen that fool in there that can tell you why C's turn into B's and B's turn into C's, but you can't tell why somebody wear blue and red at the same time.
Listen.
And that was like, it wasn't even no answer to it. And he was just sitting there stumped. And then they said certain ones wear one pants leg up. And he said, oh, no, that's just a trend with fashion. Is it now? Go wear your leg up and go walk over here. I'm gonna tell you right where to go with that leg up and see what happened to you. Like, but that's supposed to be the expert, but it's somebody who's completely oblivious to any changes, any trends, anything that's specific to one gang, but then they just know everything about things that are so mundane, like that everybody should know.
I mean, and I'm not in the street life. Y'all know I always have to give that disclaimer, but I didn't know that there was a such thing as hybrid gangs. Like, I didn't know you could be into. So I'm talking like TikTok hybrid gangs. So I didn't know that until this trial. I'm like, I never heard of that before, but
let me say something.
To say it's a thing and they're running with it.
Y'all don't think no way of me. I grew up somewhere, okay? But what I'm saying, I ain't never heard of that. And when I grew up, it used to be 3 gangs. Back in the day, it was 3 gangs. It was red, blue, and black. It was the Crips, the Bloods, and folks. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now the folks somehow start becoming like one with the Crips, because wasn't nobody really wearing the black like that. They kind of phased out, and all you really knew was the Crips and the Bloods. I ain't seen the folk in my life in a long time. Okay, a very long time. Other than that, certain gangs, like the main gang, may have had subsets, and those subsets may have added a certain color, like your orange for your Hoover Crips or stuff, or whatever it may be, but it was red or blue. At no point did red and blue make purple, and everybody was cool, because if something happens internally and you got to pick a side, oh child, you expected your side is picked.
I think Woody made that point
originally, and Woody said the same thing. Y'all, it can't be like, we can all be cool, we can make music together, whatever. But if something happens, that purple got to separate. That red and blue got to go. It got to go. You got to pick a side, but you don't even get to pick, because they know what you were originally when you walked in there. So if you don't pick, you have 2 problems.
So
you have 2 problems.
I know about these hybrid gangs a little bit. I mean, but my understanding is more of like I can't explain it. Like the PFK play for keep, not Bloods and Crips turn into that's not my definition of a hybrid gang. Mine is more of kind of similar to a set.
Yeah,
like a family, maybe like a group. It feels like, to me, it feels like everybody may have been. This is my I don't know if you're saying this, Kayla, but just for instance, like I'm from Bunker Hill in Memphis, right? So if I'm out, I might, if they say, "What hood you from?" I might say Bunker Hill, right? But within Bunker Hill, I also could be a Blood or a Crip or a GD, right? But Bunker Hill is it's a neighborhood. It's where I'm from. It's who I hang with, right? But if you had to pick a side, I'm gonna pick the Blood or like, it's just too confusing. It doesn't make sense to me. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense.
Usually I just don't agree that a hybrid gang can be Blood and Crip. I think it's
exactly
Blood, but I'm this kind of Blood, and I might merge.
There you go.
I don't think it could.
Ain't none of that. I ain't never heard it, and I
don't think Georgia has real gangs. Because one thing about this gang in the RICO, on all the RICOs that I've ever had, everybody has money. There's evidence of money.
Kayla Whitaker.
Oh, we finally got away from the 300. We finally got to 800 today.
We did get to 800 today.
Oh yeah, because we had 300. Okay, you're right.
They said 2 others have to get off this phone
together. One had 800, the other had 500, and they put it together for somebody's bond.
Somebody's bond.
I'm still trying to figure out why they ain't figure out Instagram to make this money, because
make no money. Ain't having no motion on Instagram, baby.
I know it was key that
they said EBT cards and all. Listen, Kayla, I said this the brokest enterprise I've never seen in my life.
Here it go, y'all.
It's pay for lawyers. We got all kind of. This is a lot.
Listen, y'all. Then I seen Duke plea, ain't nothing in there about YSL, just about him being a Crip. Okay, y'all. So about Duke, because y'all know who did that plea deal, and that was Ashley Merchant. And did you see Whitaker tell Love to go Love them to go do their homework, because Ashley had wrote something they better be.
Yes, ma'am.
Because she obviously CC'd Paige on that to say, she said this is the amount of time you must give her before you call her client. and therefore you make sure you do that. So while the defense is doing what they're supposed to be doing, y'all go ahead over there, open up that laptop, and you go ahead and respond to Ashley Merchant. Thank you.
I said, oh, Ashley is standing on big business.
Yeah, all Drew said is that YSL is a gang, and as we all know, it is not a crime to be in a gang.
They said, Ashley said, play with your mama, not me, Miss Love. You're gonna give me the time. Like, these are the rules, and you're gonna follow.
BCC, the one who can get you together, because what
But
you're not.
meanwhile, she over there arguing with Dexter, talking about she on vacation.
She said, give me my 7 days before you call my client. You call my client without them 7 days, because she said he ain't coming in there without her. So don't call him without her. So you better give him his 7 days. And they're gonna act like, oh, I saw the email, but I didn't get to it. She said, you can go ahead and get to it. Go ahead and respond.
Act like I'm so sick of Judge Whitaker keep having to tell her, you are not the only DA. She act like she got to do everything. Like she act like she got to do everything.
Y'all, listen, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I'm not that mature. If somebody sent me in there to work with that woman and she said she delegated something to me, I would retype that Jungle Book, and she would be reading the wrong shit right there in front of everybody on live TV, because don't play with me. She do too much to people. I would have her reading Dr. Seuss thinking it was case law. I surely would. I would type it out perfectly and put it right there with letters, numbers, everything right there. It'd be a whole. They'd be like, "What did you say it said?" I sure would. I would do it.
Okay, y'all. Well, we are at 1 hour and 21 minutes.
We are.
But the town hall, can you tell us about that?
I want y'all to watch it.
The whole thing, we gotta watch it.
I don't think you have to watch it. I think
it's not her face though, right? It's just her voice.
Yeah, it's just their voices. He said, "This is serious." Okay, I'm getting ready to come get your dad. So it was serious, baby. Because Dad was yelling yesterday. But yeah, it was just her voice. So it was, I didn't catch Lauren's last name. Someone by the name of Lauren was one of the panelists. Taylor Umbridge was a panelist, and then the Black law student. And then they kind of did a little bit of a pre-show with some things that maybe we wanted to ask or know. And then after that, Courtney Kramer came on, just her voice. Nobody had their picture up. Nobody, not the panelist or anybody. Okay, take it in your room. Okay. And yeah, they asked some questions. It was different. It was different. That's what I could say. I just didn't want my opinion to become someone's research.
Which, I mean, the Twitter got a little hot after the panel. Jamaica, were you on? Were you
the panel that went over to Spaces to speak about it? Now, I do feel like Courtney came to talk YSL. I do feel like
I can see that.
I do feel like some of the questions she came to talk YSL. My second kind of what comes to mind is she I'm just gonna say it. Okay, so I think it got a little hot when it came to questions about the election and where she stood, because she obviously stood in one place by representing 45 at one time. And I think that kind of elevated her tone, and that kind of gave her the quick drawbacks. So it kind of got to a point where she made a statement, was like, I wish people would quit reading headlines and actually do some research. And then she said that the internet was a very dangerous place. Social media was a dangerous place to be getting information. I was like, well, damn, we're kind of on YouTube right now, you know? Right. And so I just was kind of put off by the social media is a dangerous place to get this kind of information. But the previous information you gave is that you talk to Big Jeff every day, and you talk to him about what the DA is doing to him. And and I was like, are you appealing to the YSL portion of this? And if so, then cool. But if so, then cool, because I had some questions behind that. But again, I didn't want to put my questions in the mix because I'm not in Fulton County. So me swaying somebody else's vote, I don't have a dog in that fight. I don't want nobody to make their decision based off of my mouth. You know what I mean? So I wanted people to do their research. So I think the trial and maybe the things around the trial, like the money being spent, the time being spent, the way it's being tried, the manner in which it's being tried, who's trying it, and who they are and who they are showing themselves to be. So there were a lot of like the questions that we really wanted answers to, or really thought I was going to get an answer to. Mind you, I was just listening. Was kind of like, you got to elect me first, and then I got to be DA first to show you how that will work. And then the other ones were very much so calling. She did call Fonnie out. I will say that, and she challenged.
Everybody calls Fonnie out.
Yeah, she did call Fonnie out. She did challenge her to do the same thing that she's doing, to show up and just answer the questions, because of course they don't get the questions before. But I do feel like that this is who you are. This is what you are. You represented him. He made these claims while you were representing him. You did feel that way at one point. Do you still feel that way? And so I think when those questions, when it wasn't one and done and another one came after that, and then Lauren had a question and Taylor was like, well, let me follow up. I think she was sick of them questions. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, we come prepared for one topic, which is why, like, I don't live in Fulton. That's one. Not saying that I can't use my voice, because if I ever have an opportunity and the it feels right for me, then I have no problem with saying what I could say to effect. But I live in Gwinnett County, so I do not have a dog in that fight. However, I always tell people, it's not like a Republican and Democratic. Just go look at their track record, see what they've done. So when I initially saw the town hall, in my mind, I thought it would kind of be catered to people within Fulton County who can invoke some change, or at least a platform that is going to be catered to people within Fulton County where they can see this. And I think she missed the mark, because YSL can't be the only thing you run on. There are other things, I'm sure, going on in Fulton County that people want to know about. YSL to me seems like, it makes me feel like you're pandering. People are interested. That's what they want to hear. But what about, I don't even know what's going on in Fulton to say, but I'm sure there are other issues, is all I'm saying. I'm sure there are other issues. So I kind of thought that's what it would have been. The jail. We can talk about the jail. Didn't someone pass in their jail?
Oh, she said that's when she called Fonnie out, because she was asked about all the great kids backlogs that she said.
Oh, yes.
And she stood on that. She said, I said what I said. I mean what I said. There's no reason for this backlog to look like this, and we have to outsource our inmates to other counties to get this taken care of. We have to outsource this to get done, and it shouldn't be like that, because we should be there. It should be enough for this of this to go around. Like, we shouldn't be focusing our emphasis on losing places where we're losing in those spaces, and we can attribute our time, our energy, our money to other things. So she did get asked not only about the great backlog, but how she would work on getting that together. And she did have an answer for that. She also called Fonnie out about that. Like, you have to prioritize, like, certain things that don't have to be taken care of and don't have to be pushed. Like, why are you pushing on this so much? She did also talk about she was also asked about, it wasn't just the great backlog, it was something else. And she was calling Fonnie out, like, this is what you need to do. But it was a couple of things.
How is it Fonnie's fault that someone died in the jail?
Well, she called Fonnie out because she called out the conditions of the jail, and I guess the Fed report. Somebody sent me the Fed report. I think it was Attorney.
But that's a sheriff issue, not a DA issue.
Well, she called out. Is it Labatt? Is that the sheriff?
Yeah.
She called out the relationships between the Fulton County, like, in Labatt, and then like a county commission. You got to watch it. It's only like 40 minutes, only like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. If you go watch it, just go all the way. Don't go past the first 20 minutes, because the first 20 minutes, she wasn't told to show up until 8:20. So the first 20 minutes is just like the panelists talking, and the Black law student introducing himself, telling them what he wanted the panel to be, things of that nature. So skip through the first 20 minutes if you don't want to hear, if you just want to get to Courtney. And then right about 8:20, she pops on. And she did say that people are literally like unaliving in the jail. Like, and she did call out, and like I said, I'm not from Fulton County, so I didn't know who was who, but she did say something about a Labatt and their relationship to the Fulton County and then some other or DA's office and some other stuff. So Fonnie's name ended up in it. I could be mixing it up a little bit, but I'm pretty sure Fonnie's name was in it. But when they did say something about where we could be better allocating funds, it was the backlog of the Grape Kits in Rice Street, and Rice Street turned into Labatt, and Labatt turned into connections with this, and that's how all of that went. Y'all think as a resident of Fulton County, I'm going to vote based on YSL trial, please? There are bigger fish to fry. A GOP DA in Atlanta, no way. And she did say that too. She did say that, I say everybody go listen to it. She did say that just because she's a conservative or a Republican doesn't mean that she's a certain type of person. And basically, if you feel like she's a certain type of person, then that means that you should call out Paul Howard and Fonnie Willis, because we've had two Democratic, I guess. And I keep saying we. I'm not in Fulton County. I'm not even in Georgia, so don't listen to me.
So did she talk about did she talk about her criminal case experience?
Not much. Not
She
that I can
doesn't
remember.
really have much, does she, Kayla? I didn't think. Yeah, I didn't think so. I don't know. So y'all know
I don't think that makes her not a good candidate. I just want to know if anybody asked.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to,
well, it was only two people on the panel, so and then he followed up with questions outside of the Black law students. So it was no, she did not say about charging criminal cases or anything like that, because that was one of my questions. Not charging, but like having any criminal case experience or anything like that. No.
From what I saw, because I saw like a bio. I saw her bio, like she's kind of young, inexperienced. So that's why I tell people it's not just like a Republican Democrat thing. It's about looking at the candidates. And I'm sorry, every election we're picking the lesser of two evils. So I do remember seeing that, and I was just kind of thinking, do you really want to leave a whole county to someone who doesn't even have the experience to even like to tell her people what to do? You don't have the experience, so how could she as a person? And y'all listen, I know what's going on in this YSL case, and at some point I have to do my compilation of videos from this attorney who cannot stand Miss Love. So I get people don't love them, I get people don't love what they do, but sometimes you really do have to kind of put people's resumes beside each other, look at how they're voting, what the type of things they're doing too. So
yeah, well, my thing with it was, and I was like, and I know everybody had questions about YSL and stuff like that, and I was kind of hoping with the panel they would go into it, but my only question would have been why? Like, you want to end the YSL case? Cool. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
That would be a good question.
Right, because if you just want to end it because it's spending too much money, that doesn't cover a lot of the root causes of what's going on with YSL.
Yeah.
If it has to do with what it makes the Fulton County DA's office look like, if it's for optics, that means that the next time it just won't be a Jeffrey Williams that end up on there. It'd be somebody that don't nobody care about, that don't nobody know, and them ex partes will still go on, and then nobody will know anything about it. I'm sorry. And then, that was the other thing. It was just like, what can you really say right now? Because the only thing that's going to make sense to me is that you better go in there in that DA's office, clear it out, and start over. But at the same time, you're going to have a whole lot of people.
Who you going to start over with?
You're going to have a whole lot of
what happens to everybody who's not YSL and how they're prosecuted? I'm not saying I feel either way, but I'm just saying.
You just have to ask these questions, because why? Because if you're only stopping YSL because it's this big, or it costs this much, or it took this much time, but you're not looking at other root issues, then you'll still have somebody sitting in there in Rice Street for 3 years with no resolution. You'll still have people that are being charged with things off of hearsay and wasting time and money on it. It may not take 3 years. It may only be 3 months, but is it something that you have to do? Like, if you don't understand what's actually going on, like, these people are going to just end up in the same situation. It just won't be YSL.
I think people are saying, "Oh, you want fun and stay in?" No, guys, we don't live in. Well, I don't live in Fulton. I don't vote there.
I don't live.
What I'm just saying is, people in Fulton, you need to just look at both candidates. I can't tell you who to vote for. We're just talking about things that we would have asked, things that we've seen. We can't tell you who to vote for. I don't live in Fulton. It's for you to make that decision. It's for people in Fulton County
I mean, it's no difference than Kamala, whatever, and Trump. It's like, I mean, you're gonna get what you're gonna get.
You gonna pick one. You gotta pick one.
Yep, you gotta pick someone. So I guess we're gonna double back to this conversation after
y'all
the
go watch it. Y'all go watch it
election. No. I said we're gonna double back after the election.
After the election. It's funny that town hall coming up. I don't remember the exact date. I think it was like November 2nd or 3rd or something. It's like a couple days before. So they say she's supposed to do the same thing that Courtney Kramer just did.
Well, hopefully she comes on and is asked real questions and doesn't dodge them. But funny is everywhere except answering that subpoena. That is hilarious. Funny got time for a YouTube, but she can't answer the subpoena. Baby, Funny got her priorities out of order.
Funny is with Rico, Quiz, Mike, and
Listen, child, Funny everywhere but where she needs to be. That's hilarious to me.
If you want Funny to show up, go over there with some red blue lights near her daughter, and I bet you Nathan Wade show up like head of household. I bet he show up like head of household. He came out there and pulled them pants up like stepdaddy.
What's going on?
Stepdaddy.
Everybody in the chat keeps saying there's a big difference between the presidential race, and what I'm saying is just like you have to pick your poison, whether you want this or you want this. That's all I'm saying.
Oh God, yeah. See, this one I don't like talking to. I didn't even think we were going in politics because people really get in their feelings about it. I just felt like we were talking in general. No one, even that comment was still saying, do your research and pick who's the best candidate for you. This is why I don't like to go into politics, because I like to keep the conversation can get too heated. I don't like to do that. But all we were saying is that in any election, guys, I don't care what it is, you're voting for your school president, it's still picking the best candidate for you. What our point was, we are not trying to sway anything. That's why we're not going on to any personal topics. I can only go on certain things I've seen from Courtney. I don't know everything about her, right? But I'm just saying, you do your research. You have to, in your city councilman, when it comes to picking judges within your county, when it comes to president, vice president, congressmen, senators, like just do your research. That's all we're saying, y'all. Yeah, but we can't put Kamala in the same conversation.
We can't do it. I mean, it's too much. It just, that's why I'll just go.
It's time to go. Damn ballot and check something. That's what we said. Put a check mark on the ballot. That's it. That's all we said.
That's it. Go vote, y'all.
Your day, if it's early voting, did you check? You got early voting in your state? Go early vote by November 5th. Put a check mark some damn where. That's what we said.
You gotta go vote, y'all. Okay. Y'all go vote, guys. Thank y'all.
Wait. Put the link in the chat for both of Miss Jefferson and
Jamaica ain't gonna try. They can just go to my TikTok. Like, that's so much easier because I could put in the link. But yeah, my YouTube is linked in my profile if you guys follow me on TikTok. And I hit 38K today. So thank you guys if you follow me. I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all for making me like the topic of the conversation at the party last night. The little kids was running up to me like, how did you get the followers? I was the cool auntie last night. So thank y'all so much for that.
I know that's right. My husband said,
"Oh, Karen, I vote." She said, "Make sure you go vote." Oh, baby, I vote.
We vote.
My mama did not play about that, and I couldn't disrespect her just because she's dead. Okay, I'm gonna be voting. Oh yeah, Jamaica. As soon as I get off for like everybody, especially my people, I am y'all. Y'all gotta let me get my homework and stuff, and then we're gonna be on my YouTube. Y'all, we not talking about YSL a lot, y'all. We got other stuff that we gotta kick it about. So if don't come over, and please don't come over here with Courtney Kramer talk and vote and talk, because we don't do politics over there.
I just want to drop that right there. But make sure y'all follow them, subscribe. I am like 400 and something people away from 20,000 on YT. Excited. But we will see y'all next Wednesday. I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about. We're
Yes,
back.
we
We have a
will.
lot to talk about, but I'm sure we will.
Yes, I will see you guys later. Thank y'all for joining.
Thank y'all for.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Bye, everybody.
Oh, wait, do we have court tomorrow or no?
No, she's having a big in chambers meeting. So she told the media not to come.
Can regular people go or no?
I don't know. Max Sharp said the defendants would like to be there. So because they all can't fit in her chambers, I guess they all just going to be sitting in the courtroom. I don't know. But she told the media they couldn't come. I said, what y'all trying to hide? That's what she said.
Good night.
All right. Good night.
Bye, y'all. Have a good night.
Hendrix.